Okay. Alrighty, welcome to the frequency. So as most of you know, today we're going to be talking about Bach flowers, and it's very, very similar to homeopathy because they're both that type of micro medicine. So the only difference is that Bach flower essences are made from flowers and plants only versus like homeopathy, which can be made from anything. And what you're trying to accomplish with flower essences is your emotions, like your mind body connection to your overall health and how that is affecting you. So I mean, obviously this comes up a lot. Like, we all have emotions and things like that, and you know, sometimes it's hard to just let things go. And especially right now, I actually decided to do an energy update right now because things are just that intense. Like, it just seems like everyone is kind of struggling or cleaning house or something, you know? And so I'm gonna talk about that later, but with my explicit content peeps. So it's like, flower essences are really, really important for your emotions. They will get you back on track so that you can think, like, I don't want to say more logically, but you know, get you back to neutral almost, you know, get you back to peace, especially when it comes to decision making, you know. Like, sometimes it doesn't matter what the emotion is, like any emotion can affect your decisions. Like, either you can't make a decision or you're making horrible decisions, like, you know. Like, and then you have to deal with those consequences, like, you know. So you want to cut that out so that you can make the best decision for yourself, you know, with the information that is actually coming in, you know, without your own bias, you know. And so that's what flower essences are, and they're pretty much made kind of similar to homeopathy as well. So what they do is they put the flower, whatever it is, into a bowl of water and sit it outside for a little bit, like probably like a day or something. And then the water absorbs that essence, that energy, and then they dilute that down, like, you know, kind of like homeopathy, all the way down, so there's nothing there. And then it just becomes the energetics, the essence of whatever plant it was made from. And then each of them really do affect your emotions in a different way. Like, you know, if you're kind of in tune, you can feel that, you can recognize that. And one way to practice that is when you're using different things to smudge with, if you'll notice the effect that it has on the energy in the room, like even just burning it. Like, each different smudge item has a different effect on the energy, and so plants do that same thing. And and yeah, like, smudging is using plants. So it's that same concept, except for your body and your health. So one thing about flower essences is that since it is so similar to homeopathy, you can match it up perfectly to someone. Like, I do it all the time, and sometimes, you know, I've seen people just guess, you know, they hear, oh, what's going on with you, or whatever it is, and they kind of do some guesswork to figure out what would be good for you. And you know, they're using like the repertories and all that to figure it out. And versus what I do, I am just like literally making sure that is the one that's going to get it done. So whenever you take them, it will have a full body response. It won't just be about your mind. Like, I've seen people's health dramatically change, like physical health, mental health, everything. So you have to be careful sometimes because not everyone can handle that, you know. A lot of times when you're taking like micro medicine, the first thing that happens is a detox. Like, it's gonna get all the BS out so that things can become brand new. And if we're dealing with emotions, people can't even deal with their emotions as is. So you have to be careful sometimes. And I always warn people because I've seen it. I'm like, you might have a detox. You might bust out crying. You might feel a little neurotic, psychotic for a little bit, and that shouldn't last very long. It's just a possibility. And then other types of detoxes too, like even physical ones, like same thing homeopathy does, like your skin rash or whatever type of diarrhea, vomiting, whatever it is, like that's still, I've witnessed that too. So if you get it right, you'll get it right, and it'll get you right. How else can I say it? Oh, and then one other fun thing that is different from homeopathy with this is that you can take it in different ways. Like, you don't have to just take it orally, and I think that is just really, really cool. You know, it's almost like you can clean things with it. You can put it on your forehead, your temples. Like, I've seen people just tap the bottle. Like, they don't even take it. They just tap it on themselves, and that is enough. I've even taken Bach flowers for somebody else. And it works. Like, it's insane. So there's so many different ways because it's just energetics. Like, it's not like you're eating food or something like that, you know? So there's so many different ways to take it and use it, and you still have to treat it like a medicine, so to speak. So like, even if you're taking it for somebody else, you need to do it consistently, and to know that you have the right remedy. Like, you'll see some type of response right away. If not, then nothing will happen. Or no, I don't think I've ever seen anyone like have the opposite effect, but it's possible. Anything's possible. You never know. So that is basically what flower essences are, and I actually have some right here if you guys would like to see, because it's like just, you know, water. And there's so many. I don't even know how many this is. This is like, I'll show you the box that I have. This is the one that I have. I'm sure there's other brands. And because it's just water, you don't ever have to get this again. Like, one and done for the rest of your life. And honestly, it's best to have like a mother type tincture, because they are the most powerful. Like, the longer you have it, the stronger it is, the better it is, the more effective it is. So that's what I intend to do with mine. You just cut it with water again, give it a little tap to make sure it mixes, and then yeah, keep it moving. So yeah, this is what they are, and then they're different. Can you guys see that? Is it focusing? I think it's focusing on me. So they are, yeah, this one's wild rose, different things. And I don't really know all of them like that. I don't have them all committed to memory. And I really don't need to. I don't really care to. I'm sure it'll come along the way. And I'm happy to admit that. You know, some people really take pride in knowing everything. I'm like, oh my gosh, do you really think it's possible to know everything? And why would you want to? I don't know, but maybe that's just me, to each their own. But so each of them have a different function for different things. So like, whatever you're feeling, whatever you're going through, I've used them for pregnancy, for, you know, the mother and the people around. Like, it's traumatic for everyone. I've used them for people that are just having transitions in their lives, or even people that literally don't know why they're upset. Like they cannot work through it. They don't know, you know, why their life is stagnant or why XYZ is happening, and then you give them their remedy, and there's just so much clarity. They're like, oh, it was, you know, old stuff or my childhood or whatever it is that just somehow just came up that you need to address. And I feel like sometimes we need help with that. You know, you can't always see what is affecting you, and eventually if you don't get your emotions in check, then you pass that down to a physical problem, and then you pass that down to your kids. So I feel like it's important, you know, and it's really honestly another fun, like I love it so much because I don't know, micromedicine is just so interesting to me. But this is another one that I've had a lot of success with, especially in emergencies. Like I think that was like a few weeks ago. Wait, what day is it? I don't know. A few weeks ago, I actually did have an emergency. Someone needed a remedy, like ASAP, life or death, and to get their mind right. And snap, I'm like, okay, what do you need? Let's go. Like, that's how powerful it is. If you get it right, you will help somebody. And that's how powerful your mind is. Like, it can drive you to the point where you're just like, oh, I need to get out of here. Like, you know, and it might not even be what you really want. So I love Bach flowers. I love micromedicine in general, to be honest. So I love it. So that's what that is. If you guys are interested, of course, in learning more, I am doing readings, and you can always book your appointments with me, and I can tell you specifically what you might need in this moment, if this is something that would be good for you, that you would respond to, all of that. And then I am actually going to extend this video and do an energy update so that we can all be on the same page of what to expect, because the energy is really intense right now. So I don't know, you might be feeling it. You might be feeling like it's time to change, or you don't want to change, or whatever it is. Like, you know. So I'm gonna be talking about that, and if you would like to hear about that, make sure you subscribe to my blog, Explicit Content. And I will see you on the other side.